Things are thinging. The Twitch is twitching. Come on, YouTube. You can do it. One of these days, the YouTube will stop fighting me and just start. One day. There we go. Today is going to be a fun day. Today is the day where the music lives. Which is great, because my head don't. My head is not living. But I'm also not going to take medicine today. I will take a nap after this. I need rest. That's fine. Now, why is today a day where the music never dies? Well, we're playing Master Duel. We will duel with the masters. Bing bong. Bam. Issues. What issues? Issues related to reveal multiple cards to the opponent for select Dominus Purge. Issue where Dominus Purge, which normally cannot be activated, can sometimes activate when multiple cards like Fairy Alpha are revealed to the opponent. Huh. Anyway, more importantly than that, and the reason I have titled the stream as I have, is we have a new card pack coming out, which is great. We got this thing. I actually don't know what this does. Utopic Futures Exile. 2 Xyz monsters with the same rank. Always treated as rank 1. Attack and defense equal to the ranks of Xyz monsters you control and in your opponent's graveyard, times 500. Your opponent cannot target monsters for attacks except this one, and cannot target other cards on the field with card effects. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect on the field, you can attach one material, take control of a monster your opponent controls, and this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects, alright? The new Sky Striker card. Needs 2 strikers. You can only summon 1 per turn. Cannot be used as link material. If special summoned, add a Sky Striker spell from deck or grave to hand. You contribute this card, special summon Ace Ray and Ace Rose from deck or grave, then pop a card. Only once, 1 effect per turn, and only once that turn. Alright. The new Monarchs are coming out, which is going to be fun. Yeah, if normal or special, you can add a Monarch spell trap or a monster of 1,000 attack defense from deck or graveyard to hand. Declare an attribute, make a monster become that attribute. Tribute summon a monster with 24 attack and 1,000 defense while its cards in your grave. Add it to your hand or special summon it. Only once per turn. Eclipse Twins, which I don't know what this does. All I know is Raizio used it for like stuff. What do they do? Let's see, 2 4s. They look nice. I like the artwork. For this card's Xyz summon, you can treat rank 4s as level 4s. Alright. Detach a material. You can make up to 2 attacks during each battle phase. If sent to grave, target 2 other rank 4 or lower Xyz in the grave. Special summon them, attack it as material. Hi, Rare Candy! Only use this effect of Eclipse Twins once per turn. Ah, wait a minute, hold on. Dude, every time I, like, move OBS, it always moves something up. Like, stop moving my Windows OBS. What if I do that? If I do that, will that, like, make it? Yes, it will. Never mind. It's a liar. You lied to me, OBS. Anyway. Okay, there we go. About Yu-Gi-Oh! Packs that had Dino Monsters. Ooh, which ones? You know, I don't really like Final Fantasy VII all that much, but I do love its music. You had a dino deck and you wanted to make it stronger. Oh, neat. Oh, you should try out the Ryuge cards. The Ryuge cards splash really well into dinosaur decks. And they give you rank 10 access, which is pretty good. Let's see, you were live 2 days ago. Yeah, you told me last time. Let me double check. What'd you do? Ah! There we go. That button! Yeah. Might do one tomorrow, definitely not Sunday, yeah. Ooh, tabletop gameplay. You know what's funny? The only time I actually ever played tabletop was with my little brother. That's what like got me back into playing the Pokemon TCG in general. Was just playing with my little brother. And there it is. Neat. I gotta try out a Mega Gengar deck. Did make you get episodes when you started, yeah. Let's drag that back over there. There we go. Boop. Heavily into Pokemon, yeah. Like I said, I just like Yu-Gi-Oh! More because it's batshit insane. Like, I like the Pokemon TCG, but like, I just like the play patterns and explosiveness of Yu-Gi-Oh! More. Like I usually say, it's like playing Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I do really mean that. It is like playing just straight up a fighting game. Like you were playing the craziest version of a fighting game in a card game with Yu-Gi-Oh! And it just makes other things not feel as good. The interactivity between opponents between turns is honestly like the main thing. Because I feel like that's something that other card games just don't do as well, even when that's like a core idea. Like, I never really got into Legends of Runeterra because of that. Like, which is kind of the same thing. Like, I like League. Well, let me rephrase that. I like League's world, and I like League of Legends characters. I don't like playing League of Legends. Which is weird, because I like MOBAs. But League does not like when you're a new player. Oh, hold on. Me. Bam. Yeah, here is a link to the Ryuge cards. You might want to give those a try if you're doing a dinosaur deck. Or if you want better, you could probably go look up like a video of like a dinosaur Ryuge. They're very handy. Anyway, the main reason I'm playing Master Duel today, the main reason I've started saving up some more gems for next time, because, you know, we got Got my Malice. Got the new Dragon Maid cards. Nice and easy. Well, the new Lunar Light cards are coming out soon. Use gameplay from my stream into an episode instead of recording another one separately. That makes sense. See, I might not have that Pokemon knowledge. I definitely have that Yu-Gi-Oh! Now. I can pull a card out of my ass if I need to for Yu-Gi-Oh! But not other card games yet. Also, this is making me want to play Skullgirls. Damn it, Skullgirls music. But anyway, Lunar Light Liger Dancer. What the hell does this card do? Well, you need Leo Dancer and 3 Lunar Light monsters, which sounds like a lot, which it kind of is, but don't worry about it. You must fusion summon it with those materials, and it is unaffected by card effects except Lunar Light cards. You can attack twice during each battle phase, and you can send a Lunar Light from extra deck to grave to destroy all of your opponent's special summoned monsters. This is very handy. For what are probably obvious reasons. A 3800 attack towers is pretty damn good, especially when it can attack twice. So we're saving up. And the good news is, OP, not necessarily. Because of how Yu-Gi-Oh! Rulings works, it turns out you can... There's a few things you could do. Like, I'm just gonna pick literally any of my, like, decks here. Let's use, like, I don't know, fucking... Here's Exodia. So, what can Exodia do against it? Well, Exodia, its main thing is gaining attack equal to your life points. So, you can just punch over it. You gotta remember, for the main thing about towers is that you can always destroy them by battle. Or at least almost always. There's a handful of scenarios where you can't. So, battle is usually the way to get around it. 3,800 is a very high number, and that makes it a challenge, but it's not impossible. Example, we have a few options. Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos here can gain attack points to be able to destroy it next turn, as well as being untargetable and undestructible, or indestructible, if you make it using a level 7 or higher monster, which this is Exodia, so yeah, you will. Also, using a monster for a summoning condition does not count as an effect. It counts as a summoning condition, which is therefore will affect unaffected monsters because it's not an effect. An example being the White Woman Jump Scare, Underworld Goddess of the Closed World. You can use one monster your opponent controls as a material to summon this card, meaning you can summon this card using your opponent's Liger Dancer. So that's another way of getting around it. The other classic example is tributing. Winged Dragon of Ra Spear Mode summons itself by tributing monsters from either side of the field. Because this is a summoning condition and not an effect, you can get Liger Dancer that way. Yeah, Spear Lunar Knight is great. It is an extremely versatile, extremely strong card. Very, very handy card. Oh, speaking of other ways to get around it, Super Poly will not work to get rid of Liger Dancer because being able to use monsters from either field as a fusion material is the effect of super polymerization, not the cost of super polymerization. The cost of super polymerization is to discard one card. So you cannot get rid of a towers using super polymerization, which is a lesson I have learned that many branded players have not learned. Likewise, Fallen of Albaz also will not work. Fallen of Albaz can use monsters from either field to summon things, but that is its effect. Because its cost is discarding a card. You can't negate cost, you can negate effects. So yeah, Liger Dancer is a tower, but has the same answers that every other towers also has answers to, which makes it fine. Oh, and then obviously, Access Code Talker can just straight up punch it. Access code talker can get 53 attack on average. Oh, yay. So yeah, there's a ton of ways to get around it. So yeah, in the meantime, we have this little skeleton here. You know, the new Lily. Yeah. That card's also, like, that card's fun. I like Lily. Lily's a fun card. Imagine that in Yu-Gi-Oh! That would be busted. So, basically, because there's no prize cards, Lily would basically be, if it's your first turn, recycle your hand, draw 8, and then in subsequent turns, recycle your hand, draw 6. That would be extremely busted. Yeah, Lily would be absurd in Yu-Gi-Oh! Matter of fact, like, of all the, like, draw cards that are banned, let's just look at the banned ones. Alright, let's see. Cards that draw cards for you. Graceful Charity is draw 3, discard 2. Has been banned for literally longer than my little brother has been alive. Especially because, you gotta remember, in a game like Yu-Gi-Oh! Any card that doesn't just say draw, but also says mill, is even more busted. Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Loves the graveyard. The graveyard is right at home in Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, Pot of Greed is just straight up draw 2. Banned. Let's see, Last Will doesn't draw, that doesn't draw, Delinquent Duel doesn't draw. What are the other draw cards? That's... Oh! Painful Choice! Painful Choice would be absurd. Painful Choice is select 5, your opponent picks 1, and to add to your hand, and mills the other 4. This would be busted. This has also been banned. This is debatably the strongest Yu-Gi-Oh! Card ever right here. Like, a lot of these banned cards are absurd. This one might be one of the strongest ones. It's hard to say in a vacuum which ones are going to be the strongest, but this one's up there. Oh yeah, Hand Destruction. Where is it? That one's limited to 1 right now. So we'll go over limited ones later. Let's see, what are other draw spells? Card of Safe Return. Yeah, when you special summon from anywhere, draw a card. Yeah, that's... Or from graveyard, draw a card. That would be... What? You wanna know the craziest part? This is a nerfed version of the card. In the anime, it drew 3 cards. I gotta say, that's gotta be one of my favorite, like, archetype of cards. Cards that are, like, so overpowered that they were nerfed when they came to the real card game and were still busted. There's a lot of those. Topologic Gumlar Dragon is actually one of those. Where is he? Yeah, Gumlar Dragon was stronger in the anime. Why is Magic Mallet still not banned? Because Magic Mallet only exchanges cards, but makes you exchange at -1. So every time you use Magic Mallet, you are going down in hand advantage. Right? A mulligan is a strong card mechanic, but not when you need to use a card to do it. Especially in a game like Yu-Gi-Oh! Where it's really fast. You're losing a lot of potential advantage in order to use Magical Mallet, and realistically not gaining all that much. It's usually only used in really super gimmicky like combos that need specific cards, which honestly says say all about why it's not banned. Magic Mallet in a vacuum sounds like it should be a good card, right? Because you swap bad cards in your hand for good cards. The problem is, why are you running that many bricks to begin with? Right? Magical Mallet's problem is usually just solved by better deck building. Let's see, what else draws cards? Picked a card, wanted to show you if it's good. Sure! What else is big? Oh! 6 cents! Yeah, this card's also absurd. This card says draw 5 or 6 or mill 5 or 6. That's all this card says. A lot of people think that because this card's a trap card that it wouldn't be as ridiculous anymore. I heavily disagree because hand traps exist now. The last thing I would want is for my opponent to top deck this, hit 5 or 6, and then draw like a bunch of hand traps. After setting up their board, yeah, I'm good. Let's see, what other cards are draw cards that are like absurd? Oh, well, this one's not a draw card, this one's just funny to me. Imperial Order. This card's funny because it got banned, errataed, came off the ban list, and had to get banned again. This is the only card in Yu-Gi-Oh's history that got errataed and still had to be banned afterwards. Let's see, what else draws cards? Fiber Draw draws cards. Yeah, Fiber Drawer. Fiber Drawer just resets the battle. Transcendosaurus, Glaciosaurus. Yeah, Transcendosaurus, Glaciosaurus is like pretty good in dinosaur cards because you can use it for dino stuff. Basically, with certain cards in a dinosaur deck, you can use Transcendosaurus for a couple of things. Ah! Yeah, can't be destroyed by... It's a 12. Synchro 12. Can't be destroyed by battle. Dinosaurs you control that were special summoned from grave can't be destroyed by opponent's card effects or be targeted by opponent's card effects. If Transcendosaurus is destroyed, you can shuffle a normal monster from deck into grave, then special summon this monster. You can only use the effect once per turn. If I recall correctly, the way you can there's a couple of ways you can summon this. I don't think you explicitly need a tuner. Let me double check here. Or if you do, what do you use? Let's see, there's that. Let's see, it seems to be most commonly used in Ryuge decks. Ryuge is has a pendulum monster, so they play, and they're a bunch of like level 10 guys that special summon themselves. So they have Diviner of the Herald as their normal summon. So you can use Diviner of the Herald and then change Diviner's, or not change Diviner's level. You don't even need to change Diviner's level. But yeah, you can use Diviner in order to grab the ritual card and do your stuff that way, and then you can use Diviner and any of the Ryuge monsters to make Transcendosaurus. That's an example. Let's see, what else could you do? Because that's definitely the most common thing, is to use Diviner of the Herald. Diviner of the Herald is a very good card for decks that use rituals, which Ryuge does. Their main monster is a ritual card. It's a ritual pendulum, which is kind of interesting. But don't worry, you don't need to concern yourself with the bad parts about rituals or pendulum summoning. Quite the opposite, actually, as a matter of fact. So it's honestly like decently beginner friendly. So yeah, that's a good example. Drilling Gatheus, or Drilling Nathis, that's a fun name. Let's see, 2 level 6 monsters, it's pretty easy in a dino deck. While this card has no materials, if it battles a monster, it doubles damage. You can only use the following effects once per turn. You can detach a material from this card, target one of your banished dinos, special summon it, that's pretty handy. If this card's destroyed, you can shuffle a normal monster from grave into deck, then special summon this card. That's not that bad. Doesn't seem to be frequently used in dino decks, but it's an option. You can use it if you want to stick to the dino theming, but it seems that things that have more options tend not to run it, but it is possible. Dinos are actually, like, really flexible in their extra deck options. There's a couple of different ways and directions they can deck build to make this pretty good. So, honestly, it just depends on what you're building. The, normal monster of choice in a dino deck is usually Frostosaurus. Because it's level 6, it has decent stats, it's normal, works with all your dino stuff, like... So yeah, that one works out pretty well. I can hear the storm tornadoes. Oh, matter of fact, hold on, let me see. Boop, boop, boop. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Hold on, if you, boop, 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 boop. Yeah, here's the link to Master Duel meta, which is very handy for getting card information. And don't worry, even if you don't play Master Duel, every card that's available in TCG or OCG, you can also check how it's doing in TCG and OCG. There's like a button you can click when you're looking at the card to see it that way instead, which is very handy. So, yeah. I pretty much always like using card databases because I feel they help you learn stuff better, or learn new things that you might not have thought, or see tech cards that other people are running. So, I highly recommend, like, always having, or looking up websites like this if you're new to card games, because they're very handy. Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. Let me go bring up Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro 2. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro deck is also pretty handy for that. Yeah, there you go. Ah, I love this song. Once again, I'm going to say it until they do it. Vanillaware, please put your games on PC! Yeah, websites like this are really handy for, like, learning the, like, newer stuff about, card games. Or the card game if you haven't, like, been around in a while. Yeah, you know what's funny? I also, like, took a break from Yu-Gi-Oh! Granted, not because of choice. Like, I was really big into Yu-Gi-Oh! As a kid, followed all the way up to the 5Ds era, but during the Xyz and, Pendulum era is when they, like, stopped making video games, so it was really hard for me to, like, keep track of Yu-Gi-Oh! And do Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff until Master Duel came out. And I got back in when Master Duel came out. And I've, like, been in ever since. Granted, I still paid attention to stuff, but, like, I just wasn't playing because I didn't have a way to play anymore. Let's see, what else are, like, draw cards that are busted? Card of Demise. Yeah, this card's evil. This card was available during Master Duel's, like, beginning. This card only draws 3 and then makes you mill your hand afterwards, and it was still ridiculous. And it wasn't even used in ridiculous decks! Or quit when you summon 7 things in 1 turn in 16 minutes, don't have turn 2. Nah, I ain't no quitter. Listen, I know what game I'm playing. Again, you seem to forget. I'm here for the chaos. I want that smoke. Oh god, Soul Charge. This one doesn't even draw cards. This is ridiculous. Pot of Prosperity. Yeah, this one also had to get banned. Ash Blossom. Yeah, Pot of Prosperity. This one had to get banned because of Tenpai, because Tenpai could still OTK you even though they only did half damage. Which, not gonna lie, considering all the other pots are at 1, it still makes sense. Because, like, yeah, this one's a little ridiculous. Ah! See, I think that's all the draw cards that are banned. Yeah. Now, matter of fact, you want to know? I like pots. I like the pots too. I think the pots are really interesting. I like the newer ones a lot because of their different, like, principles. And how, like, not all decks can necessarily use them the same way, which is really cool. But no, you want to know, how bad a spell has to be for... I think it's this one. No, it's Radiation, I think. Yeah, it's Radiation. Yeah. Oh, hold on. So, I say new. These have been around for a while, but, you know, you still have, you know, Duality's been around for a while. So is Avarice. But, like, Extravagance and Desires I really like because they affect how you deck build. Which is really cool. Desires basically cannot be run in a deck that uses one-ofs. Like, you're risking bricks if you run Desires, because it banishes 10 in order to draw 2 cards. So, you're almost always using this in decks with, like, multiple 3-ofs, and cards that you don't... that you can get away with if they're banished. Now, mind you, the worst of the worst can still happen. I have had games where... I have a replay on one of my replay videos where I... am using, Sword Soul. I'm using Sword Soul, and I banished all copies of, Longguan, and I still won. So, you know, it's not game-ending if you lose your 3-ofs, so, but it can happen, which is really neat. And then the other one is Extravagance. Now, this one makes you banish cards from your extra deck, similar to, Prosperity. But they're random. You don't choose them. They are randomly chosen, and they are gone. Which, again, affects how you build your extra deck. Or the deck you're playing, because not every deck can use this, which I really like. The main problem with Pot of Greed, and why Pot of Greed is so good, is because it's non-conditional, right? Everything can use Pot of Greed. There's no downside to using Pot of Greed. There's downsides to using Extravagance. There's downsides to using Desires. There's downsides to using these other pot cards. Or there's deck building things that you need to do in order to make them useful. Like Pot of Duality makes it so that you can't special summon for when you use it. And Pot of Avarice requires a large amount of mill in order for you to use it. Right? I like that the draw spells are conditional, because otherwise they would just be in everything. Yeah, and you want to know how bad a draw spell has to be to still, like, not really get used? Here's Ursartic Radiation. Activate this card. There we go. Yeah, activate this card by placing 7 counters on it. Every time an Ursartic monster is special summoned from hand or extra deck, remove a counter, draw a card. And then you can shuffle an Ursartic card in your graveyard back into the deck. This card says draw 7. This card draws 7 cards. It's still not used because our THICC is garbage. That's how bad a draw spell has to be in Yu-Gi-Oh! To not be used. This card says draw 7 and it's still bad. Because everything it's attached to is bad. Ah! Hello? Why are you exploding? Stop it. You know, Steve Bargain in Pokemon, you would accept take 2 prize cards, your opponent can attack twice. Would you? I think that would be too negative into most matchups to be worth it. I think most... Like, if you play that up against, like, Dragapult, you basically just gave them a free win. Because let's be real, Dragapult can almost certainly kill whatever's in front of them, but also kill whatever's behind it. Like, Dragapult is interesting because it's one of the few decks in Pokemon that can potentially OTK, giving them less work they need to do in order to do that is a little ridiculous. Like, yeah, you gain 2 prize cards, but they also just accelerate their game plan just as much, if not more. So I don't think that would be worth it, to be quite honest. Like, against slower strategies, like more control or stun or, you know, other strategies that don't win via direct damage, that would probably be better. But most decks in Pokemon TCG win via direct damage, so you're basically just setting up for them. So you would be very, very, very behind doing something like that. I am tired. It's fine. I'll be fine. But yeah. Oh, the Arsarta cards in general are, like, really interesting, because they synchro summon using subtraction. Which is, very funky. I like their artwork. They're a bunch of space bear mechs, which is awesome. They're just not good. Have I played any games in Master Duel? Not yet. Let's get to it now that we're done talking about all the preamble. We haven't even done our daily Duel live viewing. Listen, I would not be a streamer if I hated getting held up in conversation. So hard to get URs. It's generally... Oh, you know what would be helpful? So, there are... In, how the secret pack system works is, you know, when you pull a SR or UR from a pack, the secret pack will appear, and if you've never pulled from it before, you get a free pack, which is really nice. There are several cards that are available in multiple packs, which lets you get several packs at once for free, which is very handy. So let's see here. On top of that, the solo mode gives you a lot of free gems. Like, the solo mode is worth going through. You get a lot of stuff for doing the solo mode, so it's, you know, pretty, whenever you get some free time, do the solo mode, it's pretty handy. On top of that, focusing on, like, one deck at a time to build is generally, like, the best way of doing it, but also after I say you get your staples, because of how Yu-Gi-Oh works, the more stuff you have that works in multiple decks, the less you have to worry about later, right? Easy thing being things like hand traps, right? Like the Molcharmies, like Ash Blossom, like Maxi, things like Called By, Crossout Designator, things like Triple Tactics Talent and Thrust, right? These are things that work in multiple decks, so they cut your deck building cost every time afterwards. That way, all you need to worry about is the key cards of the deck that are unique to that deck from that point onwards, right? Like, smart planning of how to build your deck alleviates a lot of the problems, but also, like, you got good enough avenues in order to get things, you know, on your way there. Also, you get, if you do all your dailies, you get a 10 pull and some change every week. And always, 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 always do the 10 pull. Never do single pack pulls. Always do 10 pulls. Because 10 pulls guarantee SRs, and if you don't get a UR when you 10 pull, the next 10 pull you do from that pack will guarantee a UR. Always do 10 pulls. Never do single pack pulls in this. So yeah. Our Sky Striker 10 by pair, we'll start with Fuwalos. They have Lightning Storm, Thrust, Hornet Drones, and Kaiman in hand. I'm guessing this is a standard extra deck for this. Yes it is. Well, it's a little more, Tenpai than I was expecting, but that's fine. They do have a good suite of hands in order to make up for this. So let's see. Dormouses. We send away the White Rabbit. White Rabbit comes back. And we set TP7. Yep. We activate TP7. We banish Dormouse. We grab March Hare. We bring back Dormouse. Here goes Malice and Underground. So now we send away Chessy Cat. There goes Chessy Cat. Chessy Cat activates in order to draw 2 by banishing March Hare. March Hare adds herself back to hand. Very nice. We take these 3, go straight into Red Ransom. No, going into Heart's Cryptor. That's different. We're going to Thrust in order to grab Impulse. That's not a bad idea, honestly. We'll use March Hare right here. We'll banish that, and we end. Huh. They're gonna max C, but I think this is something our Tenpai player can easily accomplish here. We're gonna start with Lightning Storm and Forbidden Droplet. We're gonna send away the Lightning Storm. There we go. We target the Heart's Cryptor, we get rid of the Impulse and the Field Spell. We'll activate Hornets in order to summon our token to start our Link climbing. Here comes Kagari. Re-add Hornets. We now engage, but engage gets Ass Blossomed. Not great, but we still have Kaimen in hand. As well as Thrust, so we can Thrust now. We grab Triple Tactics Talent. We Thrust for Triple, or for Talent. We Talent. We peek at their hand. We send away their own talents. And we go straight into the battle phase. We swing. We activate Kaimen. That grabs Chandra. Chandra will then grab Pydra. Pydra will then grab, I always forget Greek. Fadra? We grab Sangen Summoning. There we go. We attack again. We Quick Synchro. Out comes Biden Blast. Ooh, they drew an Impulse. Gotta be scared of that roach sometimes. They'll use the Grave Effect in order to bring Biden Blast back. We'll blow up the Sangen Summoning. Double the attack to close out the game still. Neat. Ooh, hold on. Let me go find, Boop. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. My head is lost. Where do I set one level 4 Mirror Force and end my turn? Oh yeah, here, I found it. This is a spreadsheet of all the cards you make to get multiple packs at once in order to get free packs. I'm glad this is a spreadsheet now. Before we had to do like a lot of digging and like you look at like a bunch of Reddit threads. Now it's just one spreadsheet, which is really nice. Anyway, our dailies. We have to activate a spell, special summon, and win. Yay, we get to use Dragon Maids in that case. Which, yay, you don't need to convince me to do that. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, wait, hold on. Perfect example of what I was talking about earlier, where, like, making staples and using staples helps with deck building a lot of the time. Right? Most of this deck are cards that are in multiple decks, right? So, Droll and Lockbird is in multiple things. Maxie's in multiple things. Ash Blossom's in multiple things. Ghost Spell, multiple stuff. I made one Charmy, but I do want to make more when I get around to it. The Bestials are in multiple things, right? Nibiru, multiple things. Call by, cross out, multiple things. Imperm. You build these when you start playing, and you never have to worry about stuff like that again, right? And then all you need to do is focus on the new cards, or just the cards that your deck focuses on, right? And now for Dragon Maids, luckily for me, there's a structure deck for it. So a lot of the Dragon Maid stuff is actually like really cheap. Right? Here's all the Dragon Maid stuff, right? And you got useful cards in other decks in this too. Like Seals. Like, bro, Heretic Seal and Heavenly Spears, if you're playing any deck that uses dragons, you're using this card. This card is very useful for anything that uses dragons. Dude, it gives you Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, for fuck's sake. That's awesome. That's another thing. The structure decks are like pretty good, honestly. Like, if you just make some of the structure decks, you're also pretty set, because a lot of them also have key cards that are also used in several other decks. Like, the newest one they made, the Raid Raptor one, is a strategy in and of itself. Like, you just buy honestly, just 2 copies of this, and you can make a Raid Raptor deck. And then you can optimize it as, like, new stuff comes out and as new stuff comes along. So the structure decks are also a great way to get certain things. Same thing here, right? Like, Crimson Power Force, right? Pretty much all of the cards you would want to make a RDA deck are in here, which is pretty handy. Heroes Union, same thing. You want to play heroes? You got a bunch of heroes here. Is it all of them? No, but it's a lot of important ones, right? You got Neos, you got Vion, you got Ferris, you got Sunrise, you got Shining Metal, you got the new Flame Movement. Like, so much of this stuff is useful in a ton of decks. Like, it's pretty good. Brat, jump on Pokemon TCG. What for? But also maybe, you know what? You know, we haven't started playing Master Duel yet, technically. You want to play against me? You know what? Sure. We'll do a pivot. I don't mind that. After you get done eating. That reminds me, I gotta finish my other playthroughs of the of Trials of Mana. I did a playthrough of Trials of Mana, like the first, like when the game came out, which was really fun. I gotta do the subsequent playthroughs with like the other parties. I still haven't done that yet. Because I really like Seiken Densetsu 3. And Trials of Mana is a really good remake, so... God, I love this game's music. After you get done eating. Well, you know what? My game is up and ready and waiting, so when you get here, you get here. Let's get back to Master Duel in the meantime. Bam. Not gonna lie, if the game was good enough, I might be able to accomplish all my dailies in one duel anyway, so... Just kidding about eating. Damn it! I need to cut my nails again. Alrighty, we have a decent hand, so we can make do with this. Alright, we'll start with Chamber. Gotta go now. See you later, Rick Candy! We go. In a striker, we activate Hospitality. Special Chamber. Send Surmba. Go into Our Lady. Activate Lady. Special Summon Parlor. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I'll pull up the game when I'm done with the turn. We'll send Tidying. We'll proc to make seals. There we go. Now we special summon Dark End Evaporation Dragon by banishing Borreload Furious Dragon. There we go. And we'll activate it in order to make... Shio! Oh, I love this song too. Shuffle's been really good today. Hurry up! Really quick. Also, let me drag that like up here so it's a bit easier to manage. Bam. Ba, 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 ba. Where's my stuff? Yeah, there you go. Where is my stuff? Hold on, where is my ID? Yeah, but yeah, I'm Rainbow Dragonite. Oh, God, I'll go back. So, yeah. Boop. Alright. During the standby phase, we activate Shio. We ring out Lady again. Very nice. We use Lady. Could just say the same as your Switch. Dude, sometimes I forget because some games have it, like, where you can't put in the whole thing. Or, like, I can't put in the whole Rainbow or the whole Dragonite, and sometimes it's RB, sometimes it's... You'd be surprised. We proc Parlor, we send Lorpar. And then we use Lady. What do they have that's glowing so bad? And go into Light and Darkness Dragon Lord. A Mantra Freet. Okay, so this might be a... This might be a True Draco. That's one. Wow, they gave up on one? I'm curious, was that true, Draco? No, Monarch. Huh. Alright. Oh well. Boop. Yeah, let's get to it. Bam. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, there we go. I'm ready. Also, it's not spooky season anymore. I need to go back into my regular clothes. I like the mega stuff because it's black and rainbow. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Why is it glowing? It usually says like, hey, this person wants challenge. Oh, there we go. Not put on those mega pants though. I like these rainbow pants. Do-do-do. There they are. Yeah! Now I'm back to normal. Alright. I don't know if you're gonna send a request, if I'm gonna send a request. I got a bunch of decks here, actually. I've really been liking Mega Lucario. I like the Oakapon deck too, but man, it's like funky when it doesn't work out well. Yeah, we'll just go. I'll go Mega Lucario. There we go. He's gonna eat me! They're eating her! And then they're going to eat me! Oh my god! Head! Hold on. I'd say the game doesn't have sound effects. What's going on? It's Fez! I like that it's relatively cheap to like make all the like alt art cards in this, which is really nice. Alrighty, we got a mirror match. Alright, we're gonna nest ball for you. I don't think I need the stretcher here, so we're gonna pitch those. We're gonna grab Soul Rock. There we go. Now we can activate our Lunar Cycle. Let's hope for the best here. Not the worst, honestly. I still don't want to put an energy down. Yeah, let's hit the determination. Yay, I like the song. Alright, we got 2 Riolos out of that. I don't think I need anything else on my bench, so that's pretty handy. Hit another gong. Let me grab another energy for next turn. And we'll thug it out. We'll wait right there. Of course you're a Dragon Maid player. Of course I am! What else were you expecting? The corn maker. How does one make corn, truly? I'd like to think it just, like, grows out of you like a Resident Evil monster. Phone magic? Why are you phone magicking? Why am I just now getting the notification that I started streaming? Are you, huh? Oh, air balloon. Well, I don't need it anymore. Time to flip the script. There we go. Let's see. We're gonna need a lot of power here. So, let's hit that premium power. Let's... We flipped the script. Let's get a lunar cycle here, see what we get. Could be worse. We'll attach the energy. We'll mega. We're gonna use these gongs. I need to burn as much, like, stuff in my hand as possible here for this lilies that's coming up. So that's what I will do. We'll just slap this on anyone, doesn't really matter. Fez, I guess. Or I could boss his orders to, like, deal with some back row. I'm definitely gonna die the next turn. He's gonna have energy ready for next time. Yeah, you know what? Let's just get rid of Fez. I think it'll be easier for me in the long run if I just get rid of Fez now. Bat! And let's slap this on Maku. Nice. Also, Corn, I want to mention, I love the profile picture. I love that picture of that fucked up skeleton. Buenos dias, fuckboy. No, it was really funny. I actually, my little brother has been playing my PS3, and I had a lot of, like, memes from that era saved on my PS3, so it was really interesting for him to, like, see a lot of old memes. It's making me want to play Monster Hunter. Ow! My insides! Alrighty, what do we got? Do we want to keep on delaying the inevitable? Not gonna lie, that might actually be the go-to strategy here. Let's hit the lunar cycle. Draw more. Have Gravity Mountain, which is not gonna be useful in this matchup at all, but let's play it down anyway just to get it out of my hand. We're gonna hit the Hariyama, which will let us force a switch on Fez. There we go. This is a bit of a backwards way of dealing with the problem, but it is a way of dealing with the problem by not dealing with the problem. Do I want to Iono? I think I'll hold on to the Iono. Matter of fact, I think I'll hold on to my hand, period. I don't think I want to get rid of anything here. Who do we attach? We'll attach you and you. Nice. Ooh, yay. My hand! I liked my hand! Bat! Alright, so we are in the danger zone, to put it mildly. We need to be really careful, but if this deck works the way I think it works, we might not... Actually, wait, hold on. We might be able to pull something out here, depending on this draw. Hold on. 1, two, 3, Nice! Alright, not bad. Oh, hold on again. Anyway. So yeah. Dude, not gonna lie, like, matter of fact, dude, how many of those drinks do I have in this deck? I think I have 4. Yeah, I have 4. Bro, the amount of duels I won that I should not have won because of those fucking power drinks are insane. Those things are absurd. Yeah, that was a good one. You want another one? You're about to eat, you run 4. Yeah, I also run 4. Yeah, just like run 4. Like, bro, that's so handy. It's just emergency press to not die. Like, it's so good. Yeah. Like I said, I'm enjoying this deck a lot more than I thought I would. I think my favorite deck right now, still overall, is still probably Saralay GX. But man, I miss Regidrago box. I liked Regidrago box a lot. It's okay. I'll get my dragon fixed somewhere else. Dragapult's fine. I miss Arceus V-Star. I do too! I liked Arceus V-Star a lot. Which I also used in a Dragapult deck. Like, man, this was so fun. Ah! Here we go. I have Rainbow Art. I have one for Regidrago. Also, I hope they bring these back. Rainbow Art is definitely, like, my favorite of their arts. What do you know? Rainbow Dragonite likes the Rainbow Art. Who would have fucking get? But really, though, they look really nice. Dude, much better than the gold. Dude, I hate the gold art. Like, fucking... I hate this. It looks like piss. Piss card. Who peed on my card? I hate these. These look ugly. Bring back the rainbow. I like literally every other version. Oh yeah, that reminds me. So they actually like started to pull these. Let me yeah, because I like the old arts. The old arts are fun. Like, come on, that's sick as hell. See, I think I got one for the Gardevoir too. Hold on. Yeah, again, piss Gardevoir. No, don't pee on your Gardevoir. Don't do it. All right. These are way prettier. Look at this. This is amazing. See? Much prettier. I like this art too. For the Clefairy. I love Clefairy. Clefairy, Clefable, or like... I love Clefable. Clefable is one of my favorite Pokemon. Very fun. Very, very fun. But yeah. Are you actually gonna eat now? Like, can I close the game and get back to you again? I just want to make sure. Alright, we need to... I think we need more spells. Yeah. Let's get back to it. Yeah, you're eating. Okay, good. should play Street Fighter X Mega Man on stream. It's free. I should. I've never played it before. I've seen it. Have the music, obviously. Phone magic. Why are you phone magicking now? Steam sale. I have no money. And any money I do have is going to food. Alrighty, we've got a rock. This will be the best rock in the history of ever. Let's see if it'll work. Ah, a mirror match. It will work. Yeah, if there's one bit of a problem that this deck has, it is a bit vulnerable to Nibiru. Let's see if they have cross out, because that's the only thing that'll help him here. Maxi. It's a draw. Rock. Alright, they get to draw 2 from that. They get to mill. They can probably mill Tidying, and that'll let them bring back a lady for next turn. Also, shout out to JX Chip, who makes all these remixes of several songs in different sound styles. Good channel. Ton of remixes. Have Dragon Ball EX deck. That's fine by me. Called by. Not today. Yeah, I like Dragon Ball EX. Dragon Ball EX is like really fun because you can... Do I have him in my deck? Yes, I do. We'll do it. Nope. Yeah, I like Dragon Ball EX a lot, because it's like, it's extremely aggro, and it can give you the potential to OTK in the Pokemon TCG, which is crazy. Now, I need to be careful, because I just used Call By, I can't use my own lady, so we're gonna have to be a bit funky here. See, how do I want to go about this? I could just go Typhon. He is the biggest thing on my field right now. Going Typhon would be a bad idea. That's probably another copy of Tidying they had in their hand. Let's start with not Hospitality. Let's start with Parlor and see what we get. What do we want? What do we want to send? Ideally, Tidying for backup. And we'll use Hospitality next turn. We use Hospitality now. We use Tidying next turn. Yeah, that's Tidying, proccing. That's fine. We'll proc Hospitality. Bam. We send Lorpar. Called by. Alright. There we go. Hi, Natalie. Alright, not bad. Let's do a few more, though. Do. Hey, today. Why, question mark. Today is in fact today. Today is November 4th. How am I? I am better-ish. Could be worse. I could always be worse. Alright, we'll proc Kitchen. We add THICC. There's THICC. We send THICC. It's okay. We all exist somewhere, regrettably. Excuse me. Let's see. What do I want to special? I need Chamber. Yeah. We'll add Hospitality. Got Sniffles. Not as bad. Yeah. And then we'll proc Sermba, so she's there. And we'll special... Do we want to special any of these? Not really. Although, we could do this. Yeah, and we keep them away. Now, we'll take these two. Bam! Alright, I think we're good. Also, I gotta say, of all the songs from the Mega Man Battle Network series, this one might be my favorite overall. Let's see what to add. Chamber will get me another card in hand. Kitchen will send something else to Grave. Yeah, I think we want to do Kitchen, actually, so we can resend THICC. There we go. Alright, we've got Abyssal, we've got an Omni, we've got Spheres, we've got Ghost Bell. They've got a face down. I think we're good. Sengenjin wakes from a millennium. Oh, does he now? Go ahead, I'll wait. And now I won't. Out comes House. Bam. Out comes Shield of the Millennium. This is only on a monster, right? Yeah, it's only on a monster, so we need to wait just a little more. They're all Earth, so not getting much out of that either. Now I'm gonna use this. There goes with the Ankh, but I don't care. So now we will proc Seal. There we go. We will send the shield back, and more importantly, Put down Goliath. Yay. Yeah, he went for shield there and not, Golem in order to get the field spell, so I knew we could stop that. Now, the bad news is, we also cannot special summon from extra deck. The good news is, I don't really care. So, we'll target Kitchen. Which will let us special summon Chamber. Now, Goliath is still in the field, so we probably don't need changeover, so I'm just going to grab Tidying instead. I'm not done yet, because I will use Hospitality to summon the Chamber in my hand, just to send Sermba. Oh, she's already in there. I'm a potato. It's okay. Happy little accidents. The best kind. This now insulates House Dragon Maid, which is very nice. Also means we can get rid of whatever the hell this is. Emissary of the Afterlife. When this is sent from field to grave, add a level 3 or lower normal monster from deck to hand. Oh, he grabbed Leg. That's interesting, honestly. Most Exodia strategies don't really, like... Or modern Exodia strategies don't really go for the big guy. So that was different. Yep, that's more than lethal. Much better. Let's do one more. You know what? Since we're about to hit the rank. Bing bong. Tails. So no head. They're making me go first. Okay, I'm afraid now. Uh-oh, this hand's not great. Alright, well, we can Dark End here. We'll send Boral. And we can't do much else. We'll just have Boral and Tiding. So we'll have a bounce and some hand traps. Let's hope it'll be enough. Man, it's been a while since I played Twilight Princess. I should do that again. Tenpai, I figured. That was your normal summon. Back from whence you came, demon. Okay, if we get a Dragon Maid, we're good. That's not a Dragon Maid! Maxi. No. Okay, they did not have Sangan Kaimen. I'm going to assume they will still not have Sangan Kaimen, which is why I used Ash Blossom Tear instead of like... Let's see if I regret this! Any consideration for 9 Souls or the Guidance first? I don't know if I'm going to play either on channel, but probably the Guidance for a nostalgia run. I never played the third game, I only played the first 2, so... Right. There's Fadra, he drew Chandra, oh that's not good. Going into the Biden blast, alright. There's Fadra. And there's Chandra again. Rock! Triple. What is he thrusting for? Does thrusting make you feel good? Upstart Goblin, what the fuck? Well, I got bad news for you. You ain't using it this turn. Yay. Alright, please! I just need a Dragon Maid! Yay! What's proccing here? Tidying? I don't need it right now. I might, depending on what else they have in their hand. Let's see. No, looks like we're in the clear. Alrighty, we're good. There we go. We send Sermba. We activate here. Go into Lady. Bam. Bam. So unless they have their own rock, we're fine. We already have a tidying in there. We don't want anything else in there. Let's send Lord Par. Yeah, we're good! Gotcha! And we got a ton of gems out of that, too. Do I have to use this ticket on the current pack, or can I use it on the next pack? Only on this pack. Okay, see? Good thing I looked. Hey, sure, let's pull. Another Morganite. I don't need you. I have enough Morganite. Look. I have enough Morganite. I don't need any more Morganite. But yeah, at the end of the week, the new Lunalight cards are coming out, so we're saving up for that. I don't know what else I'm gonna put here. I'm gonna have to see what everyone else does to see other good tech choices. We'll see. There will be stuff. People will do things. I believe in people. People get creative. Green is not a creative color. So we'll thug it out until then. I'm not even missing all that much, honestly. It helps that really the only URs are, like, the fusions. And those will probably be in the pack when it comes out, so it's not going to be too bad. So yeah. Neat. Oh. Also, I've been giving other, trying out the Dragon Maids in other decks. Here's Dragon Maid, Dragon Ruler, and Blue Eyes Dragon Maid. They're very funky, but I do like them. Bum, bum, bum. So yeah, panning out pretty well. We'll get more than enough by then. How many replays do I have? It's been a while since I did a replay video. I think I only have like 3 up right now. Yeah, only 3. What the hell happened here? I don't even remember this duel. I don't think I remember. Well, wait, I remember this one, because this one is like the perfect example of what happens when you let this deck go unimpeded. I don't remember the other ones. Wait, I might remember that stun one, actually. Wait, hold on. Let me double look at that one. How many turns is it? Yeah, I do remember it. I swear, my stun duels are the most fucking random horse shit I've ever seen in my life. Oh, well. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do one more. Why not? Let's go! Damn, no head. Alright, going second. Let's see our hand. Alright, we've got Parlor, Fuwalos, Hospitality, and Double Tidying. Game you should really play on stream is Patapon. I've actually never played Patapon. Was never up my alley. Damn! Okay, this is gonna be tricky. We're gonna have to deal with the full Mitsurugi board, unimpeded, basically. They decided to make the notes close to frame perfect. Yeah, but my problem is I don't like rhythm games if I don't like the music, and I've somehow, my entire life, never gone a day hearing a Patapon song. So I actually don't know if I like the music or not. I'm exponentially better at rhythm games the more I actually enjoy the music. Guitar Hero, garbage. Final Fantasy Theatrhythm, god tier at that game. DDR, here and there. Yeah, so like that's my, Parappa the Rappa, love Parappa to death. If I don't like the music in a rhythm game, why am I playing? Oh, they have a new sound for rituals. That's cool. Can I just mention, by the way, it blows my mind that pure Mitsurugi was considered bad when it came out. Like, it's really funny seeing this deck, and everyone is like, oh yeah, it's good if you use it as an engine and something else, but like, it's really bad by itself. And then everyone just started playing it by itself, and we're like, wait, what the fuck were we talking about? Songs change depending on units in field and unique evolutionary paths you take with them. So it's like a modular song that like plays depending on how good you're doing. I'm also kind of not really a fan of those. I like those when they're not, when there's not a game attached to the rhythm part of that. Like in Parappa, when the song changes, it's not still making you do notes in the middle of the song, like, changing. It's still, it stops, tells you you suck dick, and the song quality is going down, and then then you go back to doing notes, which is nice, because it gives you a break, and it doesn't throw you off. Like, I really don't like when rhythm, as weird as that sounds, I don't like when rhythm games add or remove song parts in the middle of playing the song. It throws me off really hard, and it's a lot harder to, like, get used to. Like, I would prefer the song be unimpeded or have a very clear break between those changes. Which is extra weird, because I talk about all the time how I love modular songs, but they're modular in different ways, like an underwater and a surface song, or a combat version and a non-combat version of a song, but those aren't rhythm games when that happens. Yeah, I know you're not supposed to lose Duel. Like, that's kind of the thing, though. Like, that kind of change in the music throws me off and makes the failure snowball. Because the rhythm's not consistent anymore. Because there are moving parts that are now changing in the song. My brain can now not attach itself to the rhythm. It's kind of a skill issue, but, like, it's an issue that, like, it's a genuine issue. Like, I'm fine with rhythm games where the song's not changing, but when the song is changing, that causes issues. Like, Jesus Christ, and Lena on top of that? Like, yeah, it's really easy to, like, get thrown off and have your failures, like, escalate past just one mistake because the thing that you were going with to keep you on track is now changing. Churros? What in the world is this going on in this combo? I'm afraid. Chaos? Baron. I thought it was Chaos. It was not Chaos. Yeah, I don't think I can play into this. He's got a whole board wipe, an Omni Negate, and several back row back there that I'm just very afraid of. I think we're cooked right now. Unfortunately, Charmy got Charmied. Let's see what we can do. There's Bear on the floor. The floor is gone. Alright, let's try Hospitality. Watch them have, like, Ash Blossom in hand or something. Or that! Jesus! Again, people consider this deck bad. That blows my mind. I will never understand why Mitsurugi was considered bad. It wasn't even Fiendsmith. Like, you kind of just had the Fiendsmith guy in there just for the hell of it. Like, you really didn't even need it. Well. And now I die. The end. Actually, wait. If I put the tidying on, they might destroy the tidying, and through some way, shape, or form, that might get me to live just a little bit longer. They don't have a Baron Omni Negate anymore, but they still have Murakumo there. Or Murakumo, waiting to rip up my insides out. There's the ritual. And I think, that white one's an Omni. Is it? No, he's not. Alright, cool. He did, in fact, destroy Tiding. Okay, so we can live just a smidgen longer. Unless they negate this. Let's see. Damn. Well, now I explode. The end. Do I want to discard? Honestly, if I discard the other tidying. And we special chamber, and we activate chamber. And we hope that's not imperm back there, because if it is, I will be sad. Okay. Hospitality is probably the best course of action here. Yoink. Okay, I live just a bit longer. Why does Sandgen make those noises? Sandgen does not sound like I thought it would sound like. Poke the Dragon Maid. You got it. Because it's Kirby music. Prayers. Oh, wait, never mind. I might die. I might still die. You can also poke the shark on this field. Look, see? Go boop. Damn, I still died. Wait, I don't die. I just barely live. I'm going to die next turn, though. I don't think I can do anything here. Called by the grave. I don't think they have anything in there I can call by that would be useful. I guess this guy. But he just... We lose an attack. Okay, let's start with tidying. Okay, let's see if this works the way I think it works. It does, in fact, work the way I think it works. Alrighty. What do we send? Lorpar, Make Lady. We have Hospitality in hand. We use Hospitality in hand to make Shio. I think my call here is I want to get House. I think I need House to pop as many of these things as I can. Cross out. Fuck. Well, this is a problem. Alright, what's a special summon? We used Parlor. Chamber in order to send Sermba. Probably the idea here. Alright, we already have Hospitality, so we'll add Changeover. Turn you into you. Now we Hospitality. Send Sermba. Take these two. Go into SP. SP proc. Get rid of you. Now we wait for next turn. Spheres would not have been a good idea because they don't really use their extra deck. Their extra deck is essentially a toolbox that they kind of don't really need. So Spheres ending on Goliath would not have been helpful here. Shio. Send you. Send you. There we go. Proc Shio. Proc Chamber, grab another Hospitality. There's our last Hospitality. Main one. Omnipop, I do not think so. Phone magic is phone magicking, this time for something else. I actually know what that is for once. I think what I want to do is SP this guy. This is going to be tricky because I'm not sure how I can handle Fiendsmith here. There's another Prayers. Habakiri comes back. Take those two. Moon of the Closed Heaven. So yeah, we're going into Fiendsmith here. There's Requiem. Sequence. Return all those. Desiree. Agmunde. Okay, we live, but, barely? He's gotta use this or else he, yeah, I was about to say, he's gotta use this or he, like, loses this guy. He ran out of time! Let's go! We take those! We absolutely take those! Oh, that's gotta be one of the cheesiest time wins I've had in a while, but I'll take it. Oh, that'll probably be all for me today, though. I need to lay down. I need a nap. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you come around for next time. Next time being tomorrow, where I swear we'll get to the game I was planning on playing for Halloween. I mean it. Thank you. Later. Whee!